Hello people, how you guys doing? Little Guy G here, and welcome to a quick information video on Payday 2, the Overkill I've just announced. As you saw in my previous video, or one of my previous videos to do with Payday 2, Almir announced there was going to be a Perk Deck Balance update, and that has finally come today. And they have put up a list of things that they have changed in this update in terms of the perks. So I'm going to read through each one of them. I'm not going to show gameplay, guys. I'm just going to let you guys read it. And obviously I'll read it to you guys so you can see the differences and the changes that they've made. So let's start off with sociopath. So here are the changes they have made with sociopath. So park path. So no talk. When you are within, now they've changed it from close to medium range of an enemy, you receive now 8% less damage from enemies. They've increased that. Tension. Killing enemy regenerates now 30 of armor. This cannot occur more than once every 2 seconds. Okay. Clean hit. Killing an enemy with a weapon, melee weapon, regenerates 10% health. This cannot occur more than once every 2 seconds. Overdose. Killing an enemy at medium range regenerates 30 armor. This cannot occur more than once every 2 seconds. Showdown. Killing an enemy at medium range has a 75% chance to spread panic among your enemies. This cannot occur more than once every 2 seconds. Let's move on to Gambler. Medical supplies. Ammo packs you pick up also yield medical supplies that heals you for 8 to 12 health. Cannot occur more than once every 4 seconds. Sharing is caring. When you get healed from picking up ammo packs, your teammates also get healed for 100% of the amount. More healing 1. Increase health gain from ammo pickups by an additional 4. More healing 2. Increase health gained from ammo packs by an additional 4. Alright, now let's move on to Crook. Alright, subtle. Your chance to dodge is increased by 5%. Basic composure. Your chance to dodge is increased by 10% for ballistic vests. Your armor is increased by 20% for ballistic vests. Increased composure. Your chance to dodge is increased by 10% for ballistic vests. Your armor is increased by 20% for ballistic vests. Expert composure. Your chance to dodge is increased by 50% for ballistic vests. Your armor is increased by 25% for ballistic vests. Alright, so crew chief. Hostage situation. You and your crew gains 2% max health and 4% stamina for each hostage up to 10 times. You and your crew will gain 8% damage reduction for having a hostage. So that is the change, I guess. They are the changes, the ones in blue. Here we go. Basic close combat. When you are within a medium range of an enemy, you receive 8% less damage from enemies. Advanced close combat. When you are within medium range of an enemy, you receive 8% less damage from enemies. Expert close combat. When you are within medium range of an enemy, you receive 8% less damage from enemies. Each successful melee hit grants 10% melee damage boost for 7 seconds and can stack up to 4 times. Overdog. Each successful melee hit grants an additional 10% melee damage boost for 7 seconds and can stack up to 4 times. Life drain. Striking an enemy with your melee weapon regenerates 20% of your health. This cannot occur more than once every 10 seconds. Muscle. 800-pound gorilla. You gain an additional 40% more health. You regenerate. Alright, so sorry. You gain an additional 40% more health. You regenerate 4% of every life of your life every 5 seconds. Okay. Sorry for my reading, by the way, guys. It's really bad. Type 1 armor for armor. This armor. Type 1 armor. You gain 10% more armor. Type 2 armor. You gain 10% more armor. Type 3. You gain another 10% more armor. So you've increased the armor there. Now here's the one that everyone is going to go on about. Grinder. Here we go. Histamine. Or histamine. However you say that. Damaging an enemy heals 1 life point every 0.5 seconds for 5 seconds. This effect stacks but cannot occur more than once every 1.5 seconds and only while wearing the 2-piece suit or light ballistic vest. Adrenaline. Damaging an enemy heals 2 life points every 0.5 seconds for 5 seconds. Endorphins. Damaging an enemy heals 3 life points for every 0.5 seconds for 5 seconds. Dopamine. I can't really say that, sorry guys. Damaging an enemy heals 4 life points every 0.5 seconds for 5 seconds. Euphoria. I really can't say these words, I do apologise again. Damaging an enemy heals 4 life points every 0.5 seconds for 6 seconds. Alright, so grind has been changed quite a lot, as you can see, guys. That's the one that everyone was kind of talking about. Rogue. Your chance to dodge is increased by 5%. Okay, changes to skills now. So they've changed some of the skills. Bullseye, which is in the fugitive skill. The basic one is you regenerate 15 armor for each successful headshot. This cannot occur more than once every 2 seconds. On the ace version of Bullseye now, you regenerate an additional 30 armor for each successful headshot. Now, on the Mastermind skill tree, they have changed Hostage Taker. So here's the basic one. Basic. Having at least 1 hostage makes you regenerate 1.5% health every 5 seconds. And the ace version of Hostage Taker, having at least 1 hostage makes you regenerate 4.5 health every 5 seconds. Okay guys, so I've read out all of the skills and the changes there. I only read out the ones in blue because those were the changes. I wasn't going to bother saying both, like the changes did take way too long. Sorry about my reading as well. I read through this and then I read through it again, so I want to double check everything. Either way, so let's have a look at Sociopath. So I haven't used Sociopath yet, but for those who have used Sociopath, I guess when you're within a medium range of an enemy, you receive 8% less damage from enemies. So I guess that's a kind of a buff in Sociopath, I suppose. Instead of you being really close, you can kind of be at a medium range distance. And they've changed tension as well. Killing an enemy regenerates now 30% of armor. So they buff that. And this will occur more than every 2 seconds instead of 3. So yeah, that's definitely boosted the time as well. Or decreased the time. Clean hit. Killing an enemy. This will generate 10% more health. So I guess that's more health regenerated. Every 2 seconds. Overdose. Kill an enemy at medium range. So yet again, they've increased the range. Regenerated 30% armor. So then that'll put more armor up that you gain back. Killing at medium range. Once again, instead of 20%, it's 75% chance to spread panic. So there's a huge buff in a Sociopath there. So for those who are looking to play Sociopath, it's going to be a lot more beneficial now. So obviously head over to Sociopath to see going to be some buffs. So now let's take another look at Gambler real quick. Let me say my opinions on it. I used Gambler, I believe, twice, and I didn't see much of a difference. It didn't really help me that much in combat. So let's have a look at this. Alright, so ammo packs you pick up also yield medical supplies that heal you for now 8 to 12 health. So it was 4 to 6, now it's 8 to 12. So that's going to be a lot more beneficial. This will occur, instead of being 15 seconds, 4 seconds. That is a huge increase. Because I remember that it wasn't being too helpful due to the fact that it only occur 15 seconds. So now you only have to wait 4 seconds. Your health is going to regenerate a lot. So that is pretty damn good. So Gambler versus Grinder, I'm not too sure. They're going to be evened out now. I really do hope. Subtle, your chance to dodge is increased by 5% now. They cut it off by half because so many people are using dodge builds, I suppose. So yeah, they've increased the armor increase for ballistic vests by 20% now with Crook for each of these ones, except for the last one, which instead of it being 15%, it is now 25% added on. So obviously this is going to be 20, 60, then 20, 40, then 65. So 65 plus the dodge. So obviously you're gonna have to add the dodge onto your skills as well. So that's a 65 armor increase on Crook. So that's pretty damn cool. Crew Chief Hostage Situation. So your crew gains 2% max health and 4%. So once again, they've doubled it again, I believe. You and your crew will now gain 8% damage reduction for having a hostage. So that, I guess, is okay. I haven't really used Crew Chief a lot, so correct me if I'm wrong in the comments below. Basic close combat. This is for Infiltrators. Let's have a look. So now they put it from close to medium range now of an enemy when you receive now 8% less damage. So once again, they buffed Infiltrator. Advanced close combat, when you're within medium range, they've also put it to medium range instead of close range. You receive another 8% less damage. That's pretty damn cool. And it's the same again, so it's stacking up and it's stacking up, so that's not too bad. So instead of it being 12, they'll put it up to 16, so that's not too bad. Oh, sorry, my maths is terrible. I do apologise. 24. There you go, they'll put it to 24. There we go, my maths is terrible. Lol. Each successful melee hit grants you an additional 10% melee damage boost for 7 seconds. So they put that up by 1 second. And it's stacked up to 4 times, yup. Melee damage boost for 7 seconds once they've done that. Life drain, strike an enemy with your melee weapon regenerates 20% of your health now. This cannot occur more than once every 10 seconds they put it down. Infiltrator seems pretty damn cool now. I guess that the close combat with Infiltrator has been buffed slightly, but obviously they've tweaked it a little bit. When each successful melee hit grants you additional 10% melee damage boost for 7 seconds. So they put everything up actually, yeah. So it's now an additional 7 seconds. They put an additional second on. So whenever you're using Infiltrator now, you get an additional second on to your melee damage boost. So that's not too bad. Alright, so they changed muscle a bit as well. 800-pound gorilla. You gain an additional 40% more health. You regenerate 4% health for your life every 5 seconds. That's, I guess, is not too bad as well. Type 1 armor, they boosted all of the armor and they put it up by 5%. So instead of it being 5%, they have boosted it up the armorer. So if you're going for a full-on assault build, heavy armor, put on armor because it's going to give you so much more armor. You're just going to turn into a huge tank. So that's going to be good for you. Now here we go. Here is where if someone does comment in my video, I guess when they're going to be discussing Grinder, and I guess throughout the Steam community they will be discussing Grinder as well. Here is the Grinder changes which we are interested in. Damaging enemy heals they've knocked off 1 life point from it now, so that's a bit more balanced. For 5 seconds they've increased the time as well. For that, this effect stacks but cannot occur more than once every 1.5 seconds. They've put it to half a second for when it will occur more. Alright, so Adrenaline. Let's move on to Adrenaline real quick. Damaging enemy heals now 2 life points for every 0.5 seconds for 5 seconds. And it will... So they've knocked off a second off of each of these. So only a slight change to Grinder, so it's slightly less OP. Only slightly less. I thought they would really reduce Grinder by like 2 seconds to make it a lot more balanced. But as it seems, I think they have been reasonable with it. Because yes, it will keep you alive. But at the same time, obviously, cops will obviously gun you down and shit. So, I mean, what I'm trying to say is, yes, it's evened out. It has definitely evened out. So they have knocked off a second off of here. And for this section, they've knocked off 2 seconds until you get to the final one when they've knocked off 3. We'll put it up to 3 seconds. Sorry, they put it up 3 seconds and 2 seconds. So Grinder doesn't seem too bad to me. I'm gonna obviously try it out in game and give my opinions on Grinder because that's the probably most popular perk deck anyway. Rogue, I don't use Rogue a lot, but obviously your chance to dodge is increased by 5%. They've knocked it down from 10 to 5. So dodge builds are going to be not less successful, but slightly changed. So I guess people are going to find a way around that if you want to have a successful dodge build. Bullseye, so the change to the skills, the one I'm interested in is Hostage Taker, because I'm a mastermind kind of guy. But either way, for any of those who are fugitive skill tree builders, here you go. You regenerate now 15% armor for each successful headshot. And this cannot occur, instead of 3 seconds, it's 2 seconds. So that is a huge increase. So you now regenerate 15 armor for each successful headshot. So that's a huge increase. But this cannot occur because it used to be 3 seconds, and now they put it down to 2. So it's going to occur for you a lot more if you're getting headshots. And the Ace version, you get an additional 30s. That's nearly double. If that was 15, then obviously it'd be double. So technically it's double the amount of armor for each successful headshot, and it will still occur for every 2 seconds. Finally, Hostage Taker. So alright, so here's the basic one. Having at least 1 hostage makes you regenerate 1.5% health every 5 seconds. But the Ace version Having at least one hostage makes you regenerate not 2% but 4.5% health every 5 seconds. So they kind of boosted hostage taker for that aspect. So guys, that was pretty much the these changes to the perk decks and some of the skills as well, as you saw there. I'm just gonna quickly show you guys all of them right now. I'm scrolling back up the page. But if this video helped you, leave a comment down below. If you have any questions for me, I want you to leave them down below. If I didn't make sense of something, if you want me to go over it again, I will definitely look into this further for you guys, and I'll hopefully correct myself. So that was pretty much all of the that was the Perk Deck Balance update. Obviously, like I said, let me know your guys' opinions in the comments below. Hit the subscribe button for some more Payday 2 content, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.